Ciao a tutti, Marcello here. Let's take a look at some of the best turn-based JRPGs you should play in 2023. Let's go! Yakuza Like a Dragon is an absolute gem of a game and a fantastic addition to the long-running Yakuza series. The 8th mainline game and 14th overall has gained immense popularity among fans over the years, and for good reason. The Yakuza politics combined with otaku humor makes for a winning formula that has propelled the series into the mainstream. One of the biggest changes to the series with Like a Dragon is the shift to turn-based RPG combat, and it's executed flawlessly. The battles are as fast as fluid as ever, with each character's turns happening in a specific order, which keeps that player engaged and focused. The active battle system requires players to perform quick time events during combat is a refreshing addition that keeps the gameplay exciting and engaging. The game's new job system, which allows players to change jobs at the job center, is also a great addition that adds depth and variety to the gameplay, and the new city of Isezaki Ijinko is a breath of fresh air with its new environments and different atmosphere from previous Yakuza games. Overall, Yakuza Like a Dragon is a must-play game that will delight fans of the series and newcomers alike. Super Robot Wars 30 is a crossover strategy RPG game that features giant robots from various anime series such as Mobile Suit Victory Gundam, Mazinger Z and Majestic Prince. This latest installment has been enjoyed by fans for over 30 years, and its popularity is well deserved. One of the game's strengths is its engaging and cohesive storylines, which encourage players to take their time and experience the game to the fullest. The localization is also commendable, considering the copious amounts of informative text and extensive dialogue for the well-known anime characters. Super Robot Wars 30 also offers immense replay value thanks to its multiple outcomes and appealing side missions. The graphics are fine looking, and the battle animations and visual novel style story scenes are smooth and spectacular. The music is fantastic, with killer anime theme songs playing during battles, and the original music enhances the already enjoyable battles and cutscenes. Overall, Super Robot Wars 30 is a fantastic game that rewards players who invest time and effort in exploring its massive multiverse midas. Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin is one of the latest entry in the Monster Hunter series and is a perfect starting point for those who are new to the franchise. Although there are some nods to previous games, it is a standalone game that introduces the universe and intricacies of the series in a beginner-friendly manner. As an RPG, the game takes a traditional approach to storytelling and incorporates decades-old genre tropes and methods. However, the game excels in combat and party building. As a rider, you rise and befriend monsters instead of hunting them, and each monster has a preferred type that feeds into rock, paper, scissors combat, making the gameplay intriguing. There are a dizzying array of armor and weapons to forge and upgrade, which is generally fun. Although battles may drag on to 20 or more turns later in the game, overall Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin is an excellent game that perfectly blends the Monster Hunter universe with the mechanics of a traditional RPG, making it a must-play for any fan of the genre. Persona 5 Royal is an absolute masterpiece of a game that exceeds all expectations. From its stunning visuals and impeccable sense of style to its captivating narrative and intricate gameplay mechanics, it's a must-play for any RPG enthusiasts. The game's rich and immersive world draws you in and keeps you engaged for hours on end, with an overwhelming amount of content that ensures you'll never run out of things to do. The addition of all previously released DLC in the Royal version is a welcome bonus, providing players with the complete Persona 5 Royal experience. Whether you are a fan of the original game or a newcomer to the series, Persona 5 Royal is a truly unforgettable gaming experience that will leave you hooked from start to finish. Everything in Triangle Strategy is crafted with meticulous attention to detail, from intricate plot and lore to the memorable characters with distinct personalities and voices. The Scales of Conviction mechanics is an innovative addition that adds a layer of depth and complexity to the game, allowing players to shape the world and make impactful decisions. Furthermore, the game's art direction is simply stunning, with beautifully rendered environments and character designs that bring the world of Norzelia to life. The soundtrack is equally impressive, featuring a range of orchestral compositions that perfectly complement the game's epic storyline and battles. In short, Triangle Strategy is a triumph of game design and storytelling, and a must-play for fans of strategy RPGs and fans of the genre-defining Final Fantasy Tactics. Octopath Traveler 2 is a JRPG game that follows the personal stories of 8 characters in largely disconnected narratives. Each of the characters has a unique and compelling story, from a condescending cleric solving a mystery of a string of murders to a small-town country bumpkin with a heart of gold seeking to become a famous dancing star like her mother was. Player can go through any character's entire storyline without ever adding anyone else to the party. The game structure has switched up on occasion, and each character has a series of quests and storylines that add more depth to their backstories. The combat system brings back the same excellent turn-based system from the original game, which adds plenty of extra strategic options to basic turn-based combat. Octopath Traveler 2 adds an additional layer to the combat system with the new latent power system, which gives each character a little more of a unique edge to consider when team building. Overall, Octopath Traveler 2 provides an impressively dynamic and constantly interesting battle system that goes above and beyond what most turn-based RPGs shoot for. One Piece Odyssey is a JRPG game developed by Ilka and published by Bandai Namco, and it begins with Luffy and his friends being washed ashore on an island where they meet a mysterious woman who drains their powers. To regain their strength, the heroes must defeat 4 guardians by delving into their memories of past adventures. Along the way, they meet old allies and familiar enemies and work to strengthen their bonds. One Piece Odyssey features a turn-based combat system that incorporates various abilities and elemental strengths and allows players to switch freely between active party members or swap them out for reserve units. The combat often introduces special objectives that generate bonus experience points to make up for occasional confrontations that players might skip. The game also features a fusion system that allows players to customize their characters and purchase, fuse, and equip the finest available accessories. One Piece Odyssey is suitable for both longtime fans and newcomers alike. Fire Emblem Engage is a turn-based strategy game that excels in combat mechanics and team building, but falls short in storytelling and character development. The game features the ability to summon lead heroes from past games using emblem rings, which provide unique attacks and skills that can be customized and inherited for further customization. Engage subtly encourages players face focused strategies, pushing players to be proactive on their turns and not rely on tanking with overpowered units. Fire Emblem Engage gives the players a generous set of tools, and the enemies provide a challenge that matches it. The map variety also keeps battle fresh from start to finish. However, outside of battle, the storytelling is predictable and lacks world building, and the cast of characters is largely forgettable, with basic and one-note interactions and support conversations. While Engage is a highly enjoyable game, it lacks the lasting impact to rank as a classic, but still a game to try in 2023. Chain Echoes is a must-play for fans of classic JRPGs. The game successfully blends its 16-bit inspirations with fresh and innovative gameplay mechanics, delivering a bold and involving combat experience that is both classic and fresh. The game's story takes place on the war-torn continent of Valandis, where the constant hostilities between its 3 dominant kingdoms have made war a way of life for its citizens. The narrative is well paced, featuring a satisfying rogues gallery of villains who are ever scheming new plots for the heroes to foil. The writing is well considered, filled with charm and humor, and plenty of twists and turns along the way. What sets Chain Echoes apart from other turn-based RPGs is its innovative combat system. The game introduces new twists long after it begins, and up to 8 characters can be placed in a combat party, paired in 4 groups of 2. The game's combat system takes almost zero effort to come to grips with the ground level basic, and the game continues to introduce new, more nuanced systems that add a surprisingly deep layer of strategy to what is usually a taken for granted combat system. The game's graphic system are impressive, featuring a crisp, pixel art style that wows the eye, and the game's musical compositions are stellar, weaving an involved and lengthy narrative full of twists and turns. In short, Chain Echoes sets a high watermark of quality for classic JRPGs, and it's a game that fans of the genre won't want to miss. Tactics Ogre Let Us Cling Together is a classic tactical RPG that was originally released in 1995 on the Super Nintendo by Quest Corporation. Prized by its mature storyline, tactical combat and branching storylines, the title was a smash hit, receiving ports to several consoles, including the PlayStation. Tactics Ogre Reborn is a modern port of the 2011 PSP remake with improvements such as quality of life improvements, mechanical improvements, a completely reworked ability system, new items and skills, a scouting option that lets you pick at the enemy armies, and optional battle objectives that can be completed for additional rewards. The class and element system plays out in a paper rock scissors sort of way that you've come to expect from any SRPG, and there is a party size of 12. Battles often come with a primary objective like taking out a specific target, but there are secondary objectives as well. Tactics Ogre Remake can now be played at 4K resolution, adjust the gamma and contrast, and set V-Sync. With its compelling storyline and engaging gameplay, Tactics Ogre Reborn is an excellent addition to the genre and a must-play for fans of tactical RPGs. This video ends here. Let me know what you think about these 10 games, and let me know if you have some games to suggest me. Now it's time to hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and also consider supporting me through all my pages. Wish you the best. Ciao!